Methylene Blue review. So I'll just do the short review in 30 seconds right now and then continue on with the full review. Does Methylene Blue, the ultra super supplement that makes you superhuman, work? Short answer, yes. Will I take Methylene Blue again? No. Are there side effects with Methylene Blue? Yes, there are. So there's the short answer, and now I'm going to tell you the story about Methylene Blue and what it did to me taking it. It's been advertised in the news really a lot, and it's like the latest, greatest supplement. It's supposed to give you energy and make you super smart and all this great stuff. And well, it does do that to a certain degree, but it has its drawbacks. So here, have a look at the one I got. I don't have the one from that talk show out of Austin, Texas. I have this one, which my uncle had given to me, and it says 1% USP grade Methylene Blue. So if you don't know what that is, it's a dye that you just color clothes with, fabrics with, a blue clothing dye chemical. And I guess they found out that it does things with your body that makes you have a lot of energy and gets rid of brain fog and all that. So my uncle gave me this bottle, and I tested it out. So I'm just going to go through the story of what happened with me when I did it. Just straight up take what you want from this information. So I got the bottle. I was off. I was visiting my parents for July 4th, and took one drop, put it in a glass just like that, and it's amazing color. I'll show you right now. Hopefully I don't spill the Methylene Blue all over, because it will dye anything. It is true blue food coloring. Well, not food coloring, chemical clothing coloring. Alright, let's put that lid back on there before all hell breaks loose here. I do not want to spill that down into the freaking truck speaker on the dash. Alright, so I'm at my parents'. I'm like, alright, it's 11 a.m., haven't eaten anything all day. Put a drop in some water, and I took it. Drank, it was about 8 ounces of water. Put one drop in there. Drank it, nothing happened. I said, stuff sucks, doesn't do anything. Next day, I put 2 drops in there, and 2 or 3 drops in, and I drank it. Same amount, about 8 ounces of water. If you want to know what this stuff tastes like, simply go to Walmart and buy a blue t-shirt and suck on it. That's right, yeah. Put a blue cotton t-shirt in your mouth and suck on it for about 5 minutes, and it will taste exactly like what Methylene Blue tastes like. It has a chemical taste. It's not overwhelming. It's not bad. I mean, you can drink it straight out of that glass right in front of us here, and it won't taste horrible. It's definitely drinkable. If you mix it with something, say like orange juice or something like that, you wouldn't even taste the Methylene Blue in it. So it's drinkable. It doesn't have a flavor. It has a chemical flavor like blue dye. Hard to explain, but the only thing I can think of is if you like soaked the shirt in water and sucked on the shirt, like your sleeve of your shirt, just put it in your mouth. That's what it tastes like. It's not great, it's not bad, it just is what it is. So that second day I put, I think, 2 or 3 drops into the glass. I drank it, and in about 10 minutes I felt energy. I felt it's hard to explain. It wasn't like it's not like caffeine, not like a good amount of caffeine. It was more like, it's more like Christmas morning, like excitement, just up and go type of energy. So what had happened was I got this like light, airy type feeling, like just energy. Like when you first wake up, you're tired, but 15 minutes after waking up, you know how you have the energy, like, all right, let's go do something, let's get something done. It was that type of energy. It wasn't jittery like caffeine or anything like that. It was like just very healthy, like good type of energy. I did feel kind of like I could process like thoughts and talking a lot easier. So yeah, I think it kind of eliminates brain fog. It makes you feel good in general, like just like, let's go do something, I'm feeling good today, that type of feeling. That's the basic overview of what it does. However, with I think it was 2 drops that day, it lasted an hour and it went away. So I was kind of disappointed. I said, man, it only lasts an hour. Maybe I'll just take this whenever. So put the bottle away and didn't use it for a while. Went back to truck driving, living in the truck over the road. And one day I remembered that I had brought it in the truck with me. And so I said, you know what? In the afternoons, I get freaking like that 2-3 p.m. like slump. And I said, you know what? I wonder if instead of like drinking a 16 ounce of Diet Coke, if I take the Methylene Blue, it'll get me right down to the end of the day. So I started taking it again. So around 3 o'clock, I'd park the truck at a rest stop real quick, put 3 drops into a water bottle, and would not drink it all at once, but start driving and drink it, within 15 minutes. And it worked. It gave me a lot of energy to get through the end of the day. Made me feel good, made me feel happy, made me like very clear. Next day, did the same thing. So this was going to become like a habit, right? So this is when things started getting weird. So next day I did the same thing. And then I don't know if I even did it the third day. So the third day, I had so much like energy, like awakeness, like I didn't take it the third day. And what I'm finding out is it builds up in your system. At least for me it does. I don't know what the medical documentation says. I'm not a doctor. All I know is like the third day I did not need it. I didn't even need coffee the third day when I woke up. Like I had a lot of energy, a lot of happy, good feelings, and like it was starting to get weird. So I'm driving the third day. 4th day, this goes on. No need for coffee, no need for Methylene Blue. The 5th day on the morning, I was on I-76, or whatever the Pennsylvania Turnpike is, in southern central Pennsylvania, in the mountains. And I woke up at a rest stop area that had a Starbucks inside. 6 a.m. I was ready to go, kinda, and I said, I'm starting to feel a little down. Maybe I'll just get a coffee. I'll get a coffee from Starbucks. I go in there at 6 a.m. There's nobody in the rest stop area. It was dead. The chairs were still up on the table. It was like a small rest stop area along the interstate there. And this is when weird crap started happening. I don't know what it had to do with me just waking up. Maybe the Methylene Blue had like pooled in my system, and like a burst of it hit me when I woke up, because it had been building up in my system. And I'm pretty sure I didn't take it that third day, but maybe I did. But anyway, it had gone a couple days without taking it. So I'm in the rest stop now at 6 a.m., just rolled out of the truck, and I go to get a coffee at Starbucks. There's 2 young girls working in there, like, man, I don't even know, like 18 years old, maybe 16 years old. They're just screwing around. They're not even working. I'm the only one in the rest stop. I go, yeah, I'll take a grande Pike's Place coffee. And I'm feeling really like happy, like oddly happy. Not like not drunk, but definitely something was going on. So I order the coffee. The the girl has been talking nonstop to her coworker since I walked into the building, and talking about who the heck knows what, her life and whatever she does on the side. And she makes me the Pike's Place coffee, gives it to me, and it's only like 60% full, the cup, because there was no coffee left in the machine, which was kind of odd because, like, why was there no coffee left in the machine at 6 in the morning? I'm the first one in there. Shouldn't the coffee thing be full? Like, so she gave me yesterday's coffee. It was only 60% full. Like, if it was the big one, it was only up to like here. And I'm like, all right. She's like, well, see if the creamer will fill it up, and see if that'll top you off, and you'll be all right. And like, I am oddly like loopy happy. Like, I laughed and thought like this was funny. Now, on a normal day, if you just woke up and you went to get coffee and somebody screwed you over, gave you yesterday's coffee, only filled the cup up 60% of the way, and said, deal with it, you'd be like, what the hell? So I was loving it. I was like, that's a great idea. That is an excellent idea. I'm going to do that. So I take the cup, paid my, $6 for a cup of coffee, and I'm loving that too, thinking it's great, smiling, doing a little chuckle, which was not normal for me at all. I go over, I put cream into the paper cup, and for some reason there was already a sleeve on the cup, and I put a second sleeve on the cup and kind of like laughed. Like, there was something definitely going wrong with me. Like, I was misfiring, like my brain was going haywire. So everything was funny. Everything was on the up and up great. Even when things are going horrible, I'm laughing about it, thinking, ha 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 ha, this is great. So I put the cream in the cup, and I'm like, all right, let's taste this with about 4 ounces of cream in it, which is ridiculous. And it's got a double sleeve on it now, because I put a sleeve on top of the other sleeve, the heater, insulator, cardboard sleeve you put on coffee cups. I taste it. Now the coffee is just, it's room temperature, because I killed it with the cream. It wasn't warm to start with. It's been in the machine since yesterday. So I go back up to the counter. I'm like, no, that ain't gonna work. Can you, make some more coffee and put some more in there? And she's like, oh yeah, no problem, sure. And she's still blabbing on with her friend there about nothing, and she doesn't do anything. She just like puts the cup to the side and just starts talking, and it's like I'm not even there. And I'm like, what the heck's going on? But at the same time, I'm like laughing, and I'm like, oh, this is great, this is hilarious. And I have no idea that this has something to do with the methylene blue. Like it. And I'll tell you what it was later, what I found out about the methylene blue, because you shouldn't take stuff without reading up on it and finding out what it does. So 2 more people walk into the rest stop, into the Starbucks, and they look like they're shot. They look like they've been driving all night. They're not in a good mood, and they are not ready to take the crap this girl behind the counter is dishing out. And so the lady comes in with her husband or boyfriend. They order something. They look like they've been sleeping in the car. The girl takes their order and then proceeds to go back to doing nothing and just talking to her friend. And it was so bad that her friend, her co-worker, actually was like, could tell, she was like, all right, you need to like actually start working. There's customers waiting. So I'm loving it. I'm laughing. I'm looking around. I'm like, there's definitely something wrong in my head going on from this methylene blue. So she goes to make another pot of Pike's Place coffee, puts that big, black thing that holds the coffee filter in it and doesn't put any coffee in it, and starts running the machine. So it starts brewing hot water with no coffee grinds. So like 10 more minutes goes by. The guy and girl that just walked in are now like really angry because nothing's being made for them. And she goes, wait a minute, I did something wrong here. There's no coffee grinds in the machine. Oh, look at that. I forgot to put the coffee grinds in there. I bust out laughing. I start laughing. I look to the lady and the guy to my left, and they are ready to just explode. Like, they are so angry that this has been going on for 10 minutes and nothing's being done behind the counter. So she puts the coffee grinds in there, and then she finally starts working on the other people's order or whatever, egg sandwich, whatever they got. She comes over finally. She after she'd filled my cup even more with hot water. That's how she found out that she forgot to put the coffee grinds in the machine. She hit the spigot thing to fill up my cup that was already full of freaking 4 ounces of cream, and it was lukewarm. She was just going to top it off with more coffee, which is insane, which is actually enraging, but I'm laughing. I'm loving it. I should not have been at that level of happiness and like no cares, no worries. It was all messed up. The methylene blue does something to your brain. So she dumps that cup out. She doesn't even give me a new cup. She just takes that cup of coffee, dumps it out. It's still got the double sleeve on it. And this is when my brain like went really crazy. So she finally gets me the new coffee. It's full. Everything's all right. But when she walks over to me with it, she goes, "Here you go, sir. Pike's Place Grande double sleeve." And for some reason, when she said double sleeve, like she was joking, but it really wasn't a joke at this point. It was just insane. I busted out laughing, and I don't know why I busted out laughing. Like something just went cuckoo in my brain where I just started laughing. Like I thought it was the funniest joke on planet Earth. It's like double sleeve because I put the second sleeve on there. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. You guys are the best. This is great. I love this place. I love this coffee. All right. Like a drunken nut, like idiot, like, and I walked out like so happy. Just so happy. Like the world is so perfect right now. Meanwhile, those other two people were like ready to like throw like stuff on the ground, throw chairs. They were like, this is insane what's going on. So I leave, and now I'm leaving. I got my coffee. I'm driving the truck, and like I start to come down. And that's what I'm talking about. Does this stuff have side effects? Number one, it makes you I super happy. Everything's funny. Everything is just hilarious. Like, so then around 11 a.m., the second thing starts happening. I start coming out of it. Like I start coming down like I just jumped off a cliff. Like I got so exhausted, so tired. And this is after I've had the coffee. I am totally like exhausted driving the truck. So by like 2 p.m., I actually stopped driving at 4 p.m., which is early for a truck driver to stop driving. And that was it. I was done. I had to go to sleep. So there's definitely a come down from this stuff. You just it wears off after a couple days, and everything that you gain from taking this stuff over those days, it takes it right back and takes away what the extra it gave to you. So if you're at a baseline and you went up this high, you went way up here with the methylene blue, 3-4 days later, you're not going to come back to normal. You're going to come down below. You're going down. And then it takes another 2 days for you just to bounce back up to normal. So, I mean, caffeine does the same thing. Other energy drinks do the same thing. So it's not really worth it to me. But the other thing was the weird laughing, happy euphoria. That's the word I'm looking for. Euphoria from absolutely nothing. I was just so excited, so happy, so loving everything at the same time that I started looking it up. I started talking to Google AI, and I was like, what is going on, Google AI? What is methylene blue? And the more I'm driving the truck and talking to Google AI, asking questions about it, so methylene blue is like a legal version of an MAOI, I believe, inhibitor. And what it does is, when you get happy, your brain produces serotonin, and over time that serotonin breaks down, and you're done being happy, you're done laughing, whatever made you happy. Well, this stuff prevents the serotonin from breaking down. So the serotonin is produced by your brain, you're happy, and then it doesn't go away. And if you continue to take the methylene blue, it will continue to make you more happy. And every time you get happy, you make more serotonin that's not breaking down. So this is what took place in the Starbucks on like that 4th day or whatever, was there was so much methylene blue in my system that, it is dangerous. You can overdo on it, and you cannot mix MAOIs with certain other prescription drugs, so you have to be careful. So it was somewhat like an overdose of methylene blue. So just remember, It's going to build up in your system. Just remember, you can't mix it with other stuff. Just remember, it's technically an antidepressant. It's like a legal version over the counter of antidepressant, which I had no clue. All I wanted was what they were claiming about better eyesight, better brain clarity, and your mitochondrial cells will be performing at top levels, and you'll have all the energy you want all day. That's great, but no, not for those side effects. And to be honest, I still am wondering what the actual amount I was even supposed to take was, because it was just very easy just to take that eyedropper and put a whole squirt in there, put 10 drops in there. So I don't remember what it was, but it said something like 2 milliliters is what's one drop is out of an eyedropper, I think. And nobody should be taking anything near 20 milliliters of an MAOI. That would be you're going to go to the hospital, you're done. So if you just got this stuff and thought it was not going to do anything for you, and you put a whole squirt in that glass and drank it, maybe not that day, second day or third day, you're gonna be messed up. So be very careful with it. And that's my story. It all makes sense, because I did not know it was going to do that to me in a Starbucks. But when I started reading what exactly it is and what an MAOI is, it's an antidepressant, and that would explain why I was so happy. And then that would explain I was taking too much of it, and it was making me super euphoric, happy. And the same as what you read about prescription antidepressants. If you come off them, you become suicidal and stuff. That didn't happen to me. I just became super tired. I didn't have any suicidal thoughts or anything like that. I was just really tired. And so for those reasons, that's why I'm going to get rid of that bottle. I just want to use it for demonstration purposes now. I'm not even going to give it to anybody, because it's dangerous, to be honest with you. If an 18-year-old or something, I don't know, maybe 18-year-olds' brains can process and handle a lot more of the what they're taking in their body. But I'm an old man. If I gave this to another old man and he just got drunk and squirted that whole thing into a cup and drank it, I think it would be a really bad outcome. I think you'd see somebody just sitting on a park bench out of their minds, laughing. That's what I think would happen if you took too much of it. So look into it. You'll find out the same information that I'm telling you. I'm just a idiot middle-aged white dude, not a doctor, but I'm telling you my story and what Google AI told me it was, and it all corresponds and all makes sense as to what it did to me, and that sounds about right. So, I guess technically that radio talk host that's been pushing this stuff so hard on the radio out of Austin, Texas, he's right, it does work, but they leave the whole second half of the story out. They don't tell you that I guess they do slip it in there. I did hear them on the radio where the advertisement said, it makes you antidepressed or something like that. But they don't talk about that. They don't talk about how much you're supposed to take or anything. So be very careful with it. And I'm basically done with it. I mean, I'd rather just drink a 16 ounce of Diet Coke at 3 p.m., make it to the end of the day, know exactly what I'm getting, and not have to be worried about 2 days later, be laughing and thinking the world is great when it's really not. It makes you delusional, makes you euphoric. So we're on 24 minutes here, and that is my review. And you know what? This isn't even the good stuff. I don't even know where my uncle got this stuff from, but it definitely works. Let's see what's on the back of this, if it says anything. I'll read it to you. Have a nice look at the view, and let me see what the back of this says. Designed with you in mind, our methylene blue formula, can't even read this, it's so small, delivers on quality and consistency in every drop. Gluten-free, formaldehyde-free, non-GMO, vegan, third-party tested. Yeah, of course, it's freaking chemical, that's all it is. Distributed by Pure Good, 820 Remington Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. Made in the USA. More good days ahead. Ingredients: distilled water, methylene blue trihydrate, 1 drop. Oh, here we go. 1 drop provides 0.5 milligrams of methylene blue. I don't know what the milligrams translates into milliliters, but 3 a day, and it builds up. So that was like 3, 6, maybe up to 9. 9 I was taking, which I guess if it's half, that would be half. That like 4.5 milligrams. So I don't know. That was enough to make me go freaking nuts out on the 4th day, as it seemed to build up in my system. I'm sure everybody else can have different. It does have a caution warning on here. I can't read that caution warning. It's so tiny. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Here, look at the one I try to read this. Caution: keep out of reach of children. If you suffer from adverse reaction, discontinue use immediately. Any statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. The product is not intended to diagnose, treat, or prevent any cure any disease. Consult your physician before use. So that was 60 milliliters in the whole bottle. So if the whole bottle's 60 milliliters, half of it would be 30 milliliters. So that gives you an idea of how much 20 milliliters would be if you wanted to freaking OD on the stuff. But that's the story. It does look beautiful. We're out here in Panama City Beach at the current moment, but 4 p.m. on a Wednesday or Thursday. I don't even know what day it is anymore. But yep. So that's my review. It works. It has bad side effects afterwards, and I'll be dumping it out and tossing it. I wonder how many people just walked by and looked and were like, "What the hell is going on in this car right here?" Oh man. So I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day, and stay healthy, my friends.